Hey y'all, welcome. Today we are going to be building a mega sugarcane farm that can also be used for bamboo if you wish. Now this mega sugarcane farm is slightly bigger than a single chunk. I put the outside wall just outside the chunk and line it out because I prefer to line out the outer edges of a farm before I start building. So you'll see me just quickly line this out and then we'll get started on the build. So the interior wall of a chunk is 16 blocks. I end up counting this out later on in the video and to find the center. After that though, I do realize that you can just use the grid lines on a chunk to find the center and do that for the rest of them. Yeah, this is me counting now, so again, like I said, you could just use the lines of a chunk to figure out the center. Now, these blocks I am using to mark the center are, for the most part, temporary. I will leave one to make a doorway into it so you can walk in. If you wish to have it completely encased in the farm, then you can either fly in and just land in the center, or you could even build it in the ground and just walk in. Either is an option. I'm just marking the center more for the collection chests right now than anything else. There is a way to do this with less chests too, if you wish. By just having the hoppers ring around and only having it all fall into one chest. I just like this design better. Like I said, it's all about opinion. Here I am putting the chest down now. So the best way to do this though is to have two hoppers going into the chest and then having all of the other hoppers consecutively go into those hoppers that enter the chest. Okay. So pretty much what you're going to do if you want to do this multiple chest design is you're just going to pretty much copy this on all four sides. There we go. I've finished that now. Spin around here to have a look. So each chest has two hoppers going into it, and all the hoppers on the same wall go into that same chest. And now I'm removing a bunch and adding the secondary wall. Going up a level. We're starting the next level here. You can ignore the water. I did that. You can also add it in later because it actually has to go up a level. So next is to add the mud onto the hoppers. Now, you can use dirt or sand or whatever as well. I just find mud makes it move a little faster. Again, each to their own. I prefer mud because I feel it makes the uh, sugarcane grow slightly faster. Now, this is what I meant by the water. It has to be in line with the mud blocks. Also, make sure to bring up the area where the door is going to be, or you will have a watery mess. I will not say that I swear that isn't from experience, so. Now, I'm just making the doorway a little more prominent there. Now, this is where I make a little bit of a mistake. So, as you can see, I'm placing the pistons now, and they actually have to be up one more level. I will notice this and fix it. I'll probably cut out the in between as well, but just so you know, I made this mistake here. Make sure you bring the walls up and make it go up one more level before you put the pistons in. There has to be a block distance between the pistons and the water. Oh, this is actually another really good point I made there. As you saw, I put a piston in and then in the corner and then a holding block because it will not work if you have two pistons going into each other in those corner pieces. So the best is to just put a block on one side and only have one piston going to the corner block. As you can see, I've fixed it now and brought the outside wall up uh, two more spaces and placed the pistons there. Yeah. Next will be the observers. Now, observers are always tricky for me because they're directional. Just make sure that they are facing inward, facing the same way the pistons are going, and you only need as many observers as you do pistons. Now, once you place your last observer, you are going to need to put redstone behind every single observer. This is how they control the pistons. It's a super simple, basic redstone design, very beginner friendly, not the crazy stuff. I myself am not a master at redstone, so I do appreciate these more simple designs. And there we go. That should work now. At this point, you could, if you were in survival, I would suggest um, adding the sugarcane now, just because it's easier before you put the glass up. I'm just getting glass now. Um, you do need glass blocks, not glass panes, because if you use the panes, then they can fall outside of the hoppers. And you're just going to line this all the way around and all the way up so it's in line with the observers so that it prevents anything from falling. Now, here's where I noticed my second mistake. I had put the piston and observer all the way to the pathway, which will not work because when the piston works, it will knock stuff onto the path and you will lose it. So here I just removed the piston and observer and redstone on either side and added barrier blocks. Now if you wanted, you could also remove the mud block, but you do need to leave the hopper there. Okay, now you just finish putting all of the glass up to the observer height, and at this point, it will work. You could just leave it like this and it would work. I like putting a little bit of glowstone underneath the glass just because light source in survival you have lots of mobs, but you do not need to do this. I just like the look of it. Once I zoom out, we will see the whole thing as it is. Like I said, it will work like this, but later on in the video I will show you how to kind of take this design and make it a little easier to use by consolidating the 4 chests into 2. Now I'm adding the sugarcane now. Like I said, this will work for bamboo as well. You don't even need the water for the bamboo section if you choose to do bamboo. But we are focusing on sugarcane today, so you need the water for sugarcane. Also, another aspect I love about this style is it is stackable, so you could repeat this on top of itself and put the bamboo above it, or you could put any other farm because most farms will fit within a singular chunk. Okay, so here I am. This is what it looks like. There's the doorway. And yeah, that's the basics of it. Now I am going to also do some decorative aspects in this video, and like I said, I will show you a way you can make it a little nicer as well. I prefer to use just a bunch of hoppers, but another way you could do it if you had the space underneath is you could do a hopper minecart over to the central chest as an option. Again, this is just my preference of how to do it. So right now I'm putting the channels in to put the hoppers into the central point. Here I am putting the chest down. And remember to crouch using shift whenever you are placing things against a chest or a hopper, or you'll just enter the chest or hopper and not place it down. What I did is I just broke the glass above me quickly so that I could jump up and place it. Need to go up a little higher here. It's tricky because in survival you'd pretty much have to go outside and dig in the dirt from the outside so that you could place it, as you cannot float in survival. Here I am putting the chest back. I will also go through and fix the glass once I'm done with all of the hoppers, as I said, with the glass there, the sugarcane goes everywhere and not where you want it to go. Okay, just add in the last row here. Sorry about the lag there. It's comes and goes. Oh, just fixing the glass now, and then I will add in the floor and a lot more of the decorative aspects. Just putting steps so it's easier to get in and out. And yeah, this is what it looks like once you do a little bit more of the advanced section and add in the consolidated chess. Now I chose deep slate for my choice of floor. Like I said, this is all decorative, so you can do it however you wish. I just personally like the look of deep slate brick, and I will also add in a bit of texture. Make sure you don't cover your central chests or you can't access them. But the rest is perfectly coverable. And this is me just adding in a little bit of texture for looks purposes. Again, not overly important, but for those that like the little bit of decoration, then have at her. Okay, and this is how it looks. And while I have you, I'd like to apologize that my current series I'm working on, Roots of Pacha, is currently delayed on its episodes. I had recorded an episode where the video got corrupted and am currently working on trying to salvage it. If I can't, I will just continue recording and continue from there. Again, this is just decorative. You could also use this as your way up and down with ladders or whatever you wish. Just thought it'd be nice to break up the area a bit. And here again, just gonna add some nice decorative trapdoors as a fence. And there we have it, all done. I'd like to take the chance to thank you for joining me and hope you join us again next time. Have a good night.